What's going on, everyone? Today we've got another review. So my motivation, of course, of starting this series is we want to take products and take them, order them from wherever. Most of the time it's going to be Amazon, and we're going to put the reviews to the test. So it's really confusing when you're trying to purchase things online. You don't know exactly what reviews to trust. So we're going to put our reviews on camera and actually show you how the products work and give our take on them. So today we've got a set of these polishing pads for car care. This is something I ordered because I'm looking at selling one of my cars and the paint is in really rough shape. It's got tons of scratches through it. It's my daily driver, and you know, like I said, want to sell it, so definitely want to take care of the paint and see if I can clean it up any. So I ordered these off of Amazon. We're going to put the link in the description below if you decide at the conclusion of this video that this is something you're interested in. These were very affordable. I will put a number. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, so I will actually put the price of this in the description below as well. But if I remember, these weren't too bad. You get a total of 5 pads in here. These are by SPTA, and their slogan is "Make Car Care Easy," so we're going to see about that. You get a total of 5 pads in here. Each of the pads are made for something a little bit different. So you get a heavy cut pad, which is green, a medium cut pad, which is yellow, light cut is orange, the polish pad is blue, and the finished polish pad is red. So, you know, right now there's a lot of value here for what you get. I was actually really surprised at the price. You just want to make sure when you order these for your polisher that you get the right size. I believe these are 6-inch pads here, but they make them on all different sizes. So we'll just take a quick look here at the pads. You can see they've got the kind of Velcro back to them, and then you know, they've got little grooves for that help hold the polishing material, your compound, which is really nice, and I'm sure it adds a certain abrasiveness to the pad as well. So they've got different ones here. Like I said, they're all made for something different. So let's go out and put this to the test. We're also going to be using a Meguiar's Ultimate Compound. I've had this for a little while, so it's not brand new, but it should get the job done. So we're going to be kind of reviewing that too at the same time. So let's go take a look and see what we can get. All right, so I couldn't find my 6-inch here adapter, so you can see it's a little bit offset there, but it's still gonna work just fine. We're gonna start off with the green pad. That's the heavy cut pad. We're gonna apply some of the compound here, and just because this pad's brand new, I'm gonna put a little bit more compound on it than I normally would. And we're gonna actually start on that initial door section that I showed you there. Looks like I got some on my hand. We'll wipe that off there. All right, so let's walk over here, and you always want to make sure that you have your settings adjusted correctly. You want to start on the surface and then smear it around. If you don't do this, then you're going to end up getting a lot of splatter on your clothes from the polisher. Let's see. I can already tell this is going to be difficult with one hand. We're on speed setting 6, and let's see what we get. All right, let's see what we get there. We're going to take the microfiber and go ahead and wipe this section off. You can already tell a big difference. Sorry for the shaky camera work. I'm using one hand here. And you can just tell in one pass that already took care of a lot of those initial scratches we had in there. This might look a little funny on camera because I do have a kind of flake in this paint. So it's a black flake. So all those little speckles you're seeing, that's actually flake. It shows up a little weird on camera. But you can see those initial scratches are gone. Let's see, you can see kind of right in here, there's a nice little, hopefully you can see that transition there, where you can see the scratches there. We come up here and they're pretty much gone on the first pass. We're going to actually go over that again and see what we can do here. All right, we're going to do another transition shot here. This is the rear door we are working on. Of course, with this tool, we can't get into the door jamb handle area here, but we're going to do another transition shot. If I can stay out of here, you can see it's nice and shiny now. We really took care of a lot of the scratches. There are still some light scratches in here, but let's move down here and hopefully the camera picks this up. There's a distinct line here. So this is where the polisher hit briefly, and then we moved right back into the scratches. So this is pretty much how this door originally looked. And now, as you can see, took great care of those scratches all the way up. So we're gonna keep going on this. All right, so this is going to be a really good example to see what this thing can do. As you can see here on the roof line, there's a lot of heavy scratching. Hopefully that's coming up good there on camera. So we're going to see what this thing can do. All right, let's see what we get here. And let me grab my microfiber here real quick. Wipe this down. Wow. Okay. All those scratches are now gone. I honestly didn't think those would come out. Okay, that was way better than I was expecting. Way better. That's just one pass. So let's see, for an example, we can kind of transition up here to the roof, and that's kind of comparable to the scratches we were seeing there. So that's from me sliding boxes and stuff like that on top of my car like I shouldn't be doing. But as you can see, those scratches are now all gone. So that is really, really awesome. And through the power and magic of YouTube, we are back. The car is done. I got it completely polished and waxed. It looks great. Let's talk about these pads and my overall experience. So this is the first pad. This is what you saw on camera. This is the polishing pad, or at least one of them. And this is the waxing pad, the finishing pad. You did not see this on camera. I didn't want to bore you guys with that side of things. It's basically the same thing. So the car's done and waxed. I used both of these pads on the entire thing. Let's compare these two pads. We've got this one, like I said, for polishing. You can see the polish actually, or the compound, remains mostly on the surface with this pad, and we're going to talk about that. With the pad I used for my wax, you can see it actually absorbed very well into this pad. So the only difference, I was kind of skeptical. Let's back up. I was kind of skeptical when I first saw these because they look exactly the same except for the color differences between the pads. And I was like, that's kind of a gimmick. That's, they're just saying one's better for cutting and one's better for polishing. But once you get your hands on the pad, you can actually tell that the cutting pad or the pad used for polishing is very stiff. It's very rugged. Whereas the pad for waxing is very soft. So this one absorbs your material a little bit more. Now, the only issue I had with these pads is that it's not even the pad's fault. It's backing up to the adapter I had used for my polisher. I couldn't find my bigger adapter. So we had a little bit of overhang on that adapter. This one didn't fold over the edges as bad as the waxing pad, just because this one's a lot more rigid. What that caused when I was using this one, because this one's easy to fold, you can see that here, it's a lot softer, was a lot more splatter. So that was a little bit annoying getting on body panels that I had already had done. But like I said, that's not the pad's fault, that's my fault. So just keep that in mind. Get the right adapter when you order these. Get the right size for the pad. The backs, which are one of the more important parts of the pad, held up great. I honestly feel like I could probably use each of these pads at least 10 more times. You know, I've had pads in the past that only lasted a day, like after I used them. But I feel like after I clean these properly and I condition them, they're going to last me a while, just because of how well these backs held up, which was really nice. I was actually really surprised at that. So I would say these are actually pretty good quality for what they are. That being said, if I was a professional detailer, I think there's better options out there that are better in terms of longevity. You know, whereas I think these are definitely made for the average person who's going to, you know, go out and polish and wax their car only a few times a year. But like I said, durability, I mean, it passed the durability test with flying colors. And I still have the 3 pads left, so I did skip. I think their theory with this was you're supposed to start with this pad and go through all 5 of them, whereas I just skipped, and I have 3 basically extra pads now. So I didn't have an issue with that, but I think that's kind of their theory for that. So like I said, I'm going to leave the link in the description below. Go ahead and, order a set and let me know what you think. I think these are probably going to work best if you do have a traditional polisher. If you have the right attachment though, you could definitely use these with the drill. Let me know. Let me know your experience. I think for the money, you get a lot of value here though. I've used a lot of different pads, and so far I'm definitely going to be ordering these again. So go ahead and check them out. And do me a favor and just take a quick second, hit that subscribe button, even the like button. That helps me out. You know, I hope I helped some of you guys out there today. You see these reviews on Amazon or wherever, and you don't know exactly what to trust. So you got to see it on camera. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully it helps somebody out there. But liking and subscribing, it helps me tremendously with the algorithm. So I greatly appreciate that. Until next time, you never know what I'm going to be, you know, reviewing. So go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll be back at it.